Hi, welcome to North Pole Fire Department. Come on in. We're glad that you guys are able to come visit us today. We want to show you a little bit what it's like to be a firefighter. So come on in, I'll show you the station. So our fire station's a lot like a house. We stay on duty for 24 hours. So as you can see here, we have a table in the kitchen. Through here is our bunk room. This is where we sleep when we stay here for 24 hours. Here is our apparatus bay. This is where all the fire trucks and ambulances are. Hey everybody, so I wanted to show you guys my firefighter gear. Our firefighter gear is a lot like a snowsuit that you would wear outside when it's cold to help protect you. But this helps protect us from the fire. I have pants and boots, as well as a jacket and a helmet and a hood. So I'm going to go through each piece and we're going to put it on so that you can see what it looks like. So first, when I'm putting on my gear, I put my hood on. This helps protect the sides of my face and my ears from getting burnt in a fire. Then I take off my shoes and I put on my fire boots. Now these are a little different than boots you would normally wear. They're specially designed to help keep me safe. See, my pants have suspenders, probably a lot like yours do if you're wearing snow pants in the wintertime. Then I wear a helmet, and this helps protect me from things that might fall on my head. Kind of like one you wear when you're riding a bike. Finally, I have gloves that I wear to protect my hands. All of this gear can make me look a little bit scary, but it's important to remember that I'm still the same person even though I'm wearing lots of big bulky gear. And when we come to your house like this, know that we're here to help you. Just like we wear all this gear to help protect our bodies, we wear what is called an SCBA, or a self-contained breathing apparatus, to help protect our lungs. Basically what this is it's like a backpack with an air tank that hooks up to a mask that makes it so that we can breathe clean air inside of the fire, and we don't breathe any smoke or hot air that's coming off of the fire. I'm going to show you guys how I put this on. Basically, it goes over your shoulders just like a backpack, and then it has a waist strap that clips in, and you tighten up, and shoulder straps. So a lot like maybe your parents have a fancy hiking backpack. Pretty much the same thing. Right. This is the mask that we wear in order to breathe. Put this on. It can be a little bit hard to hear when we have it on. It makes it sound a little funny. Then we turn on our air pack. So now there's air flowing all the way through the mouthpiece. And I can put it on to help me breathe. I know I sound a little bit like Darth Vader, but this will help protect my lungs. If we ever have to come to your house for a fire, we'll be wearing one of these. And we don't want you to be afraid. So if you see somebody wearing something like this and you're in a fire, don't hide from us. Come find us. We want to be your friend and help you get out safely. Now that you guys have seen all of our firefighter protective gear, I want to introduce you guys to Engineer Kyle.
Hey everyone, I'm Kyle, I'm the engineer. My job at the fire department is primarily to drive a fire apparatus. I get to drive the big red truck. Best job here. I'm going to show you guys a little bit about it, some of the tools that we carry so we can do our job. Starting here, we have all of our hose lines. This is what we use to actually put out the fire. This carries the water from the truck into the building, put out the fire, make everything better. Inside here are all of the random connections and adapters that I need to do my job, supplying water to our firefighters. Inside these are all the tools that we need for our firefighters to go in and actually be able to move around inside of a building and help put out fire. This is to keep them safe. Inside the compartments here, we also have spare air bottles. These are what they breathe when they're inside, so we need to have replacements on the fire ground. Hey everyone, this is the inside of the fire truck. This is the seats that they ride in. Because we don't have a whole lot of time when we go into a fire scene, we have the packs built into the seats so they can put them on while they're riding on the way to the fire ground. We also carry emergency medical equipment and some other small personal tools in here. All right, now we're gonna go have some real fun.
Battalion Chief respond.
We have to fight brush fires.
Hi, my name is Lieutenant Galvin, and I wanted to show you our ladders that we have in the back. So we have all kinds of different ladders that help us to get up to really high places so that we can help people down or be able to get into other buildings. Our engines also carry a lot of hose on the tops of them. So we have different sizes of hose so that we can flow different amounts of water and put the fire out. This is where the driver's going to sit on the way to calls. He can reach all kinds of different switches from here, including being able to turn on the lights. And down here by his feet, we have two buttons. One button makes the really loud siren, and the other button will make the horn go.
Welcome to the ambulance. This is where we take sick people to the hospital. So if you ever get hurt and you need help, this is how we're going to take you to the hospital.
Okay, so now we're going to answer some questions from some of the local school kids. They want to know, what do I do if there's a fire or smoke in my house?
That's a really good question. So if there's a fire or your house starts filling up with smoke, the first thing you need to try and do is get out. You know, you need to have an escape plan for your house, and that way you know how to get out if there's an emergency. And once you're out of the house, stay out. You know, make sure someone's calling 911 so that we know and we can get there and help fix the problem.
And how do we know where to go once we get out of our house? Is there somewhere we should meet?
It's important for you guys to make a plan with your parents or with the other people who take care of you, to make a meeting place somewhere outside of your house, whether it's a neighbor's front porch or a tree or something like that, where you guys know that when there's an emergency in your house, you leave your house and you go meet in that spot. And that's something that you guys should talk about ahead of time.
What if I open my bedroom door and there's lots of smoke in my hallway and I can't get out?
Well, if that's the case, then you should probably close the door again. And if you have a window where you can get out, use that. If not, make sure that somebody knows where you are, where your bedroom is, and they can tell us and we'll come get you, okay?
Jaden from Mrs. Friesen's preschool class wants to know, how does the water shoot out of the fire truck so far?
So the water gets out of the fire truck because we have a pump, and the pump basically has a part in the middle that spins really, really fast, and it takes the water from the tank and it spins it around so fast that it shoots it out into the hose, and then it shoots it out even further, and that's how the water gets out of the truck.
And Layla from Mrs. Swedberg's first grade class wants to know, how do you guys fight fires during very cold 40 below winters?
Well, it's definitely a little bit harder than during the summer. We have to make sure that we're trying to keep ourselves warm, and we have to make sure that the water doesn't freeze, right? So the way we do that is we just make sure it keeps moving. We keep our hoses open just a little bit so that there's a little trickle of water coming out, and it keeps everything from freezing up.
And then some of the kids want to know, do you get scared when there's a fire?
Every once in a while, it's perfectly normal to get a little bit scared, but we've had a lot of training and we've spent a lot of time learning how to be firefighters, and that training is what we fall back on, so that when we're scared, we just have to think about what we've been trained to do, and that helps us be less scared.
Okay, and then some of the kids want to know, how fast can the fire trucks go?
Well, you know, unless we're going to an emergency, we're still going to follow the speed limits. But if we're going to an emergency, they'll go a little bit faster, just so we can make sure to get there quickly to put out the fire.
Okay, and what do you love about being a firefighter?
My favorite thing about being a firefighter is getting to help people, and also getting to do all the firefighter activities, getting to climb up ladders and pull hoses and do things like that. It's a lot of fun, and I like getting to do that, but I also really like getting to help people.
Yeah, a lot of that same stuff for me too. But I also like coming on to shift, and you know, every time we go to an emergency, it's kind of like a little puzzle, and we have to find the way to make all the little puzzle pieces fit together to fix the problem and make things better for everybody.
Okay, and then a lot of the kids want to know, can they go in the fire trucks?
Well, right now, obviously, with everything that's going on, you guys can't visit us here at the fire department. But once everything starts to get a little bit back to normal, if you guys want to come visit us here at the fire station and take a tour with your family, we'd be more than happy to have you. Just tell your parents that when things get back to normal, you want to come see us, and we'll give you a tour of the station.
And they can go in the fire trucks?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, thanks guys. We really appreciate you answering all those questions.
Yeah, no problem.